Hi, I'm Chris.
I'm Tammy.
I'm Cole.
And I'm Allison.
Welcome to our home. Today we're going to talk to you guys about Moonlight Magic at Epcot. Recent trip to Disney World, we were able to get the opportunity to get into the DVC Moonlight Magic at Epcot, and I'll be honest with you, it was a lot more fun than I thought it would have been.
Yeah.
We want to talk to you guys today. We're going to give you kind of some of the rundown about the free stuff that they offer, some of the character meet and greets. We're going to talk about some of the merchandise that they have there, and then we're going to try and give you some of the best and the worst of Moonlight Magic. And so hopefully we can kind of discuss it here and you guys can kind of just join in with us. In that whole thing, we told you guys we would announce the winner of the video idea contest. And so as we get started here, we do plan to do that in the video. Look forward to that towards the end. So what we want to start off with is free stuff. We're going to try and give you guys an idea of what all free stuff they have at Moonlight Magic. And so what free stuff do you guys remember?
I remember two.
All right.
Water. And ice cream. I ate 2.5 ice creams.
Yeah, they did. They gave out Mickey Premium bars.
And strawberry bars.
And strawberry bars. And they didn't give bottled water, but they gave cups of water. Yeah. And they just had them setting out almost like a football team would go up and you'd fill your cup, but they had somebody there filling cups up regularly, and you just walk up and they give you one if you want one. Same for the Mickey Premium bars. Yeah. They were all over the park. Well, actually about half of World Showcase was open and half of it was not.
Yeah, I think they had 3 spots where they were giving out ice creams. They had one over by the land pavilion. They had one over by like the Mission Space area.
Yeah, I think there was one in the very center, right? Like as you go through.
Mexico.
Yeah, and then there was one in Mexico.
Yeah.
So those were the 3 that we, saw.
Those were the 3 we took advantage of.
Right.
And so I happen to have eaten more than my fair share of ice cream, and so did both of these. And Tammy was the one who was resistant to the
calling of ice cream.
The calling of the ice cream.
I can't eat that much ice cream. It makes my stomach hurt. I had one Mickey Premium bar and it was plenty.
There's a pro tip. Don't eat that many ice creams.
Yeah, because her tummy hurt after.
I got sick like the next day.
So there were free ice creams. There was the free water. Do you remember if anything else was free?
Yes, there was a meal, right?
That's right. We had an entire quick service meal, and that meal included an entree and a drink that was absolutely free also.
We ate that at the American Pavilion.
We did. We ate it at the American Pavilion. I think I had some sort of a burger.
I had an American Pavilion.
Yeah.
And we could have gone, there were several different places we could have gotten our meal. But
the electric umbrella is one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them closed down.
Yeah.
Periodically.
They were only open certain times, so we wanted to eat at the America Pavilion. That's where we had wanted to eat, and so we made sure we got there during that time frame.
So interesting fact, when you get to the Moonlight Magic event, you can go in and you can start, being in the park early. It's like 5 o'clock, and you can actually, and maybe 2 o'clock when you can start going in. Maybe that's when you get your wristband. You can start getting your wristband at 2. And they'll assign you your stuff, and I think you can go ahead and start using like your free meal at that time. But all the benefits beyond that free meal, because we couldn't have eaten in the American Pavilion past 9 o'clock because they closed down that whole half of World Showcase. But we were able to go in and eat earlier in the day, and I would advise that if you guys are ever going to go, because you get all the 3 hours, because it's from 9 to midnight. You get those 3 hours in the park, do whatever you want, and there's not very many people in the park.
And you're not wasting your time eating. Instead, you're eating before the main things that you really are interested in, like riding the rides and the
Right.
character meet and greets. And we also went in, and we're going to talk about this in a minute, and got merchandise.
Yeah.
And so,
We did all that ahead of time,
Right.
except for some of the merchandise. We decided after the fact that we'd go buy some other merchandise just because we knew we weren't going to be in Epcot anymore that
Right.
week.
but I'm talking about specific,
Yes.
like Moonlight Magic.
You can buy
Merchandise.
that ahead of time. That's right.
Yeah.
These you don't.
Yeah.
These are
Right.
just flour and green.
That's right.
So let's talk about the character.
Speaking of free stuff, just before you move on.
Okay.
Speaking of free stuff, they had a special DVC fireworks show.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
They did. I actually assumed going into it that the fireworks show was just going to be illuminations. But then a little while later that evening, they had a special fireworks show just for DVC.
Right.
And so that was also free.
Yeah.
And so, very good. Good point.
So let's talk
character
about
meet
the
and
character
greets.
meet and greets. Yeah. So
So they had special characters, people you wouldn't normally see in the park.
Yeah.
I
Allison,
usually did all of.
who all do you remember seeing?
I remember Pluto.
Yeah,
I remember Daisy.
yeah,
I remember Mulan and Mushu. Which
Yeah.
is unexpected.
that is unexpected.
I remember people from Fantasia. It was like an
Yeah.
elephant and a chicken.
No, it was a ostrich and a hippo.
Yeah,
And then,
it was an ostrich and a hippo.
and then,
Fantasia's weird.
I wouldn't know if you would count this as a meet and greet, but they had this little dance party thing, which we'll talk about
Yeah.
later. But they had some characters come out like Lilo and Stitch and the people, I forgot, I don't know. who
Lilo
they
and
are.
Stitch and then the little aliens from Lilo and Stitch.
And then
They all
girlfriend.
came out and danced.
Angel.
Angel.
Had the dance party, that's also free. I mean, really.
And the dance party, I thought was a lot of fun.
It
They
was.
I
They
thought it
had
was
a
uncomfortable.
competition between dance, like a dance thing. What's
did.
it called? Jitterbug?
They had a dance off on a jitterbug,
Yeah.
and there was some professional dancers there that just happened to be there, and they were real good.
They were really good, yeah.
Yeah,
We have some video of that, I think.
that's right.
I don't know if we have it of them exactly.
Yeah, we didn't have it of them, but
Yeah, but we have some footage of the dance party, and
Yeah.
we'll link that in the video. We'll show that.
So we have, that's really the character meet and greets. I think there was one more over near the Land Pavilion, and I cannot remember who it was. We will have already posted that for you guys in writing. Outside of that, we kind of mentioned the merch. We bought these in the same pavilion where the DVC stuff was.
It was like
and these,
beside Mexico.
yeah, but
The bathroom.
yeah, over there near the bathroom area. I don't remember what it's called. Anyhow, we got these shirts, and we had to pay for them, obviously. But we got the shirts, and me and Cole bought hats, and then they had other things. They had cups, and they had coffee mugs, I think. And if I remember right, they had a Jenga set
yeah.
that was
It was fun.
DVC. It was like
It was like
$15.
Shadow Garden or something.
No, it was DVC.
And the name of the
And then-
place was called like Garden or something.
Yeah.
I think we have footage.
Another thing we want to talk about
Yeah,
is
there-
kind of the best of Moonlight Magic to each one of us. And so what was the best thing you remember about Moonlight Magic, Tammy?
I'll be honest. The best thing to me was probably just being able to get on a ride and ride it. It was awesome to like go up to Soarin'
We
and
rode
go.
the-
I mean, you literally just walk on to
We
Soarin'.
rode Soarin' and then we rode Frozen
And-
Ever After, which had
It did have a
wait time.
small wait time in Frozen Ever After, but not very long.
We
at all.
waited for 13 minutes and we were on the ride at Frozen Ever After.
Yeah, so it was like
That's
super
a pretty
short.
short wait.
So to me, that's like one of the best parts of Moonlight Magic is just getting on the rides. And exploring the park with like no crowds or nobody in front of you. I mean, it's just amazing. The
Yeah.
crowd, the low amount of crowd is awesome.
I really liked that, and I liked being able to walk by and just grab a Mickey Premium bar and eat it if I wanted one.
That was
That was
one
pretty
of my
slick.
favorite things.
I
And
kind of
also the characters.
Yeah, I would say the best part about Moonlight Magic is just kind of like basically the freedom of you get to choose where you want to eat, you get to move around a whole lot easier throughout the park. It's just a great amount of freedom throughout the park, basically.
Yeah. And you know, Moonlight Magic is a DVC thing, and so it's real interesting how you're there and everybody else knows what's going on too. So it's not like you have people who don't understand how the park works and cause confusion. Everybody there knew exactly what was going on, so that was pretty helpful.
Yeah.
And a lot of the characters were people you don't normally see. I don't think you see Daisy very often.
She was in like a special thing.
They were in
Yeah.
special
I have pictures
gear.
on my phone.
Yeah.
What's the worst of Moonlight Magic?
This is an unpopular opinion among my family, but I thought the dance parties were the worst part, in my opinion. I'm not much of a social guy.
I thought the dance party was so much fun. I loved it. I
Nope.
had a great time.
No one would ever guess that Cole's not a very social guy. All right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I would think would be one of the worst aspects of it is it's just not long enough.
Yeah.
I mean, it felt
Yeah.
like those 3 hours flew by.
Because we were having so much fun.
Yeah. So given the opportunity, I would do another Moonlight Magic. But
absolutely.
this time, I would do it differently. I would get to the park early. We did. We got there around, I don't remember, about 6? No, we got there around 6. I would, this time, doing it all over again, I would plan it this way. I would plan to get there early enough that I could go in, eat my dinner that I plan to eat with the quick service meal, and buy any merchandise I want to buy and have all of that out of the way. And then I would plan on riding rides and kind of have things mapped out a little bit, because truly we could have ridden multiple rides within that evening, and it been a whole lot more fun.
Yeah.
We could have packed more into it and made it a lot funner, but
Right.
we weren't thinking.
Yeah, we probably could have shocked us. Like at
Yeah.
the very beginning, they were already selling a lot of the stuff.
They were everything. We just were indecisive. That was the
Yeah.
big problem. And so that's kind of the best and worst of, and hopefully that'll help you guys if you're planning the opportunity, or you get the opportunity to be involved in a Moonlight Magic. Maybe you're a DVC member, maybe you're friends with a DVC member, and they're able to get you in because they can get up to so many tickets. But you got to get in there early. I know that, you know, when I signed up for it, that thing sold out the day I was doing it by, I don't remember, 10 o'clock in the morning. They were out of tickets. And so they opened at 8. So that's in 2 hours they sold completely out. And it was free, but you have to, you know, ask for the tickets. And so what we want to do now is at Moonlight Magic, we said, hey, we're going to announce the winner of this competition, but we didn't, because we were having too much fun that we forgot to video it. So sorry to you guys that entered that and we didn't mention you in the park, but we're going to still put it in this video. But now we want to give you guys the opportunity of hearing who the winner was and who's going to get the Dumbo Funko Pop back here. And so we narrowed it down to 2 people. And one of those people is Jamie Cook. We really loved your idea on making a dining plan versus regular is it worth it kind of idea on a video. And then the Disney Pin Punks. And your idea was to take a pin and take it into the park and see how far we could trade it up. We kind of modified that a bit and we shot it while we were there. And so, and to be honest with you, Jamie, we shot your video too, but our camera messed up, and so we're going to have to reshoot it. But since we couldn't decide as a family, we're going to spin the wheel here, and we're going to see. I have it backwards. We're going to spin the wheel here, and we're going to see where it lands. And Allison has chosen Jamie Cook to be what? Odds or evens? Evens. And Cole is going to, since he didn't choose, Disney Pin Punks are going to be odd numbers. And so whichever it lands on, that's who we're choosing. So here we go. You guys get to see it with us. That's okay. 5. So that's an odd number. So the Disney Pin Punks are going to be the winners of the Disney Funko Pops. And so what we'll do is we'll try and message you guys, or if you guys want to message us, and we'll get your information and we'll send you guys this Dumbo Funko Pop box in the mail. And so
thank you guys so much for commenting below on the giveaway on the Dumbo
In fact,
Funko Pop box.
I don't mean to interrupt, but in fact, I meant to say this earlier. Every one of the ideas were good ideas.
They were great ideas.
We had great ideas, and be looking for many of those ideas to come to fruition here at Managing Mickey. And so we thank you guys, and until next time,
From our house to yours.